All right, so let's jump into it. Here is collarbone length hair, both at my college graduation. So this is in '01, and then it's still collarbone length 5 years later in '06. And surprise, surprise, it is still collarbone length in 2010. So I went for quite some time, wanting to grow my hair, but I was straightening it. This here is what's called a silk. You'll see it again later on. But my hairstylist is one, awesome, and two, he has a technique that allows you to get your hair really, really straight. And when he does it, of course, it's just a lot of heat. So that's what I was doing, and it was just hindering my growth. So here is the run up to my wedding. This is a weave. And then my wedding picture, this is me dancing with my daddy. That's a weave too. So I started to kind of dabble in my weaves here, and it was, kind of weave, not weave, weave, not weave. And then the weaves got really bad. So this is a weave. And then another picture, same weave. And then I took it out again. You can see still basically collarbone length. And then we get to my last blowout before I tried to transition. In the early part of 2018, I started transitioning, so I didn't do a big chop. I just started to try to wear my natural hair. I had had a weave for a full year by this point, so I had a whole lot of new growth, and this is what sent me down the YouTube rabbit hole. Had a bunch of new growth. My hair was really pretty, but I had those stringy ends, and then I try to hide them sometimes by putting it up in a bun. Then June 2018 is when I just couldn't take it anymore. Can you tell in my face? I was like, all right, this isn't gonna work. I have been watching YouTube for probably 3 or 4 months at this time. All of the transitioning and big chop and all the natural hair, I went deep into the wormhole, right? So I had talked myself into maybe doing a big chop, and then I found Victoria Victoria. Well, I'd known her for a while, or known about her channel for a while. And then I DM'd her, and she was so gentle and kind. And she was a catalyst to my big chop. She really was. So then it all came off. June 2018, big chopped. And then this is me and some of my girlfriends at the Essence Festival. That was July 2018. I was just trying to get used to it and trying to figure it out. These are all wash and goes because I didn't know what else to do. Um, I started by the fall, I started to kind of get a little bit of shape to it. And then I was able to discover my twist out. And then I would still do twist out, wash and go. I found my aloe vera leaf. This is me giving my leaf a hug. Me and aloe vera, we rocks. I like him a lot. And yeah, this is just more twist outs and wash and goes. And then I did a blowout in January 2019. So you can see still collarbone length hair. So what is this? 9 years now of collarbone length hair. However, when it's curly, it's really healthy, and I was really getting on the right track. About this time, though, I started to really start to play with it a little. So I do some head wraps, and you guys have seen me in some of those here even recently. And just twisting out and keeping on that natural hair journey, some Ayurvedic, a lot of shea moisture. And then I did another blowout. I didn't get any pictures of it straightened, but that blowout happened. And then, yeah, we just keep going.
Too high.
Now this is Blowout 2020. Now I can start to see some length. I'm starting to see more than collarbone. We've got a real good stretch going, got a real good run. Even when it's curly, this is a twist out day, probably 3. I have a little bit of volume, got a little bit of hang time. So now, almost 2 years, or over 2 years, actually over 2 years into my natural hair journey, I'm starting to finally see some growth. Now, down through here, you guys have really seen most of this. This is YouTube time is getting started, getting going. And curly, we really have a lot of good length, a lot of good volume. Now, this is July, or actually, I'm in August now, 2021. I am not going to do a blowout this year just because it took me so many months to get my curl pattern back from last fall's blowout. I'm going to see if I can get my stylist to trim my hair curly. I don't trust myself to do that. But yeah, this is where we are right now. All right, guys, that's it. That's all. Thank you for joining me today. If you have not subscribed, please do so. If you have any comments or questions, leave those too. You know, we're all in this together. I'm sharing my journey along the way, every step of the way. We'll continue to do that. And let's see if we can't both get to our own goals together. Y'all have a good week. Bye-bye.